I was going to talk about reality games, and I got a bunch of books out about reality games, and they mostly had to do with people tying in marketing schemes into billboards and things. And my idea of a reality game, it has to do with getting people on side, moving them out of their old static ways of looking at things. And I'm also relying on something called ECHO, which is the Earth Coincidence Control Office, which is mm, well, you can look it up. It's basically some beings that are working on creating coincidences in our lives. And if you're an agent of Echo, as I am, then I put these things out for you and plant these little seeds in your head. So maybe if some coincidence happens, you might say, oh, it's Echo, Earth Coincidence Control Office. And, the agenda that they are working on is betterment of humanity. And everyone knows that that's what I'm all about. And everyone knows that it is not capitalism and it is not drama, and it's definitely fighting. I'll tell you, I fight very, very hard for what I believe in because I don't want to waste my life, and wasting my life is being a doormat and allowing the past to continue. And, I have many friends that are capitalists, and I do definitely frown on them, and sometimes I get told off that I'm a jerk and stupid, and I'm not worth more than minimum wage. And, I call this gaslighting. And is it jokey? Well, in the spur of the moment, I don't feel it jokey. I feel it is mean-spirited. And, these people supposedly are my friends, and you know who you are when you get in these moods. I don't consider you friendly. I call you hostile. And I will always fight hostile. If you are hostile, or, if there's too many of you, then maybe I'll run away. But, in the end, I will note it in my file that you were hostile on that item, and I may definitely come back, or, maybe I'll drop it, but, it'll be in my file at some point. Everyone knows that somehow these things tend to come back up again at the appropriate moment. Anyway, as far as the reality game goes, the reality game is moving us out of the old idea of the American dollar bill. If you look at the back of American dollar bill, there's a pyramid there. It is the Illuminati symbol. It means the people at the top of the pyramid get everything, and it all filters from the people at the bottom of the pyramid, which is the wide part of the pyramid, and everything goes up to the top. And this thing needs to be burnt. And as far as I am concerned, the American dollar can be burnt, and everything to do with currency. It is a Babylonian money magic thing that Corey Good talks about. And it is evil. It is evil, and it is horrible. And, they print these bills out of thin air. There is nothing backing these bills other than saying it's a dollar and everyone should use it. But, the people that make money off of it, the mint and the banks, they multiply these dollar bills out of sheer nothingness, and then they lend them out at interest to everyone else, and then they use lawyers to go and enforce the contracts and the interest that and you're forced in this society because they own all the car dealerships and all the car manufacturers, and they own everything. And so it's the company store. Earth is like a company store. And if you look into company stores, it basically was like an old mine from the 1800s, where the company owned all the land and they had a store there, and they gave you rental housing that you had to pay the company for out of your paycheck. And you had to buy all your food and all your sundries from the company store. And they, basically took back all the money that you made. So you're basically a slave. They called you an employee, but you're a slave. And this planet is based upon slavery because that is the way it is run. Etc., etc. Maybe I've gone long-winded. Somebody told me I should try and keep it shorter. And so I will end here. And I make lots of these videos.